to the Come Together Hub podcast. Today I'm with John and Daniel, and we're going to be talking about hopes and visions for our future. Obviously, we're all in recovery, and the visions and hopes we had in drug use or alcohol use are going to be obviously different now compared to then. With me, and I believe I just didn't have any hope or visions of the future. I thought I'd be stuck in this loop of drug use and misery and desperation for the rest of my life. I didn't realise that I could have hope for the future. And now all like things I wanted to do and got halfway through during drug addiction, it's now like I want to finish them. I want to finish the courses I never did, and the life I never had. I suppose I didn't know who I was during drug use, so knowing what I wanted to do in the future was baffling to me.
So it was different for me because it was everything that I believed I wanted in life, and was successful doing in life, but I truly wasn't happy.
Yeah.
Which took me down the path of alcohol, blanking things out. So I guess really to talk about hope these days for me, once upon a time it was a career.
Yeah.
It was money, it was all the trappings of paying mortgages and bills and things. I think once I entered into the realm of being an addict, I didn't care. That everything, then suddenly I had no hope whatsoever. I really didn't care. And I guess depression set in badly as well. Even the alcohol wasn't shoving that, it was just keeping me in the normal place if I didn't care.
Yeah.
But now I'm in recovery. I do care, but I find that I care about other people more than myself now.
Yeah.
Because I'm at a level where I understand addiction and the difficulty that addiction gives you.
That's it. It's like the mindset that comes along with that, isn't it? Because, like I say, I was in the constant loop of, drug use and not be able to think or envision anything further from that. Because I didn't think I was capable of just living every day normally, not wanting drugs, never mind having a vision for something else.
But I think, but equally, what I've found is that once I entered into recovery, that I also found that my whole attitude and mindset changed towards society as a whole, and being around people who are actively in addiction, people who are actively in recovery, people who are what's the word? It's not failing. What's the word when you fall off the wagon? What's the word? Relapse. And now, for me, what's important for me is, of all that I learned professionally, means nothing.
Yeah.
Now, all I've learned within my addiction going forward, I know there's a real need for that experience out there when you meet people and you're around people like ourselves, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So for me, my hopes are really that I can make a difference to other people's lives, that are in addiction. And I think, doing the outreach work, we come together on a Saturday morning, keeps it all real, and in the hope that one day someone will come and say, I really need your help. How do I cope with this?
Yeah.
That's how I learned, being around people in addiction.
Yeah, and I think that's it. You've hit the nail on the head. It's about being around, people that are still struggling with addiction, and knowing that we've been there and that we can see a different vision and a different future through doing a program of recovery, and wanting to show other people that is available and how to do that, because it's okay like going to recovery service and things like that, but this is in your life daily, and it's or anything is real, just to show people that, you know, these things that you do in life can be replaced with good things and good connections, you know, in, like, I believe I've got a lot of life experience that can help people, you know. I mean, like different situations throughout my life, and I believe, you know, I can be of support or help or, you know, just guidance to someone who is in that, to prove that no matter what, you can always be good and you can always come through that. You know, it does pass, like everything does, good or bad. And it's about showing people that we can recover happily, and we can, you know, do it really and have a new way to live and have aspirations for a future. And like you said, because I find this peace and calmness within me now, and I know more about who I am, then that just makes me want to give it to some other person who hasn't got that, you know, and hasn't seen that. But yeah, it's a really good topic for discussion.
What about you?
Have you got anything to add?
I just think for me, you know, my hopes for the future is I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. And as long as I stay clean, I feel like anything's possible.
God will take care of the rest, type of thing, yeah.
But also, you know, it's important that I give it away as well, you know, that I help the still suffering addicts. And yeah, you know, the reality at the moment, you know, I'm hearing of a lot of people dying, you know, of this disease, and I just have to remember that I have to keep doing this as a priority, you know, for me to be able to share that message of hope, you know, that any addict can stop using drugs and never have to use again, and as long as we keep doing this stuff, you know.
So, you know, when you talk about this stuff that I'm doing, what like is this?
A daily reprieve of you know, a daily routine, regular meetings. I do
Narcotics Anonymous meetings, by the way.
And I always do connect. I always connect. I've got a sponsor. I always connect pretty much every day with my sponsor. I try and help other people as best as I can, even if it's just like making them a brew in the meeting or welcoming them at the door, asking how they are, you know.
And that's it. My hope for the future is just continue to do this to the best of my ability and keep myself topped up with recovery.
Spiritual.
We'll have to leave it there. I'm sorry about that, but it's a long discussion. We could talk all day about it, I think. But thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.
I know.